There is no more time to question what you are experiencing. Right now, in this very moment, something is happening within you. Pause. Do not scroll. Do not move away from this message, because this is not random. Out of all the moments in your day, out of all the content you could have seen, you are here, right now, listening to these words. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. God is revealing something to you right now, not tomorrow, not later, now. You may not fully understand it yet. You may not even have the words to explain it, but deep inside, you feel it. A shift, a quiet change, a subtle awareness that something is different. Your eyes are changing, not just physically, but spiritually. There is something awakening within your vision, something deeper than what you have ever experienced before. Maybe you have noticed it already. Moments where your gaze feels heavier or clearer or somehow more aware than it used to be. Moments where the world looks the same but feels completely different. You tried to ignore it. You tried to explain it. You tried to move past it, but it kept returning. That quiet feeling, that subtle pull, that sense that something is unfolding. And now, here you are. Not by accident, but by design, because this message was meant to find you. At this exact time, at this exact moment. There is no need to doubt yourself anymore. What you are experiencing is real, even if no one else understands it. Even if you cannot explain it yet, it is real. And it is important. Right now, your awareness is expanding. You may feel a slight tension behind your eyes, or a quiet pressure that you cannot describe. That is not discomfort. That is activation. Your perception is beginning to shift from ordinary sight to something far greater, something deeper, something awakened. This is why you feel drawn to stay. This is why something inside you is saying, don't skip this. Because your spirit recognizes what your mind is still trying to understand. And in this moment, heaven is not silent. Heaven is speaking. Through this message, through this feeling, through you. So stay. Stay just a little longer, because what is beginning right now is not small. It is not temporary. And it is not something you will experience again in the same way. This is the beginning. The moment your vision starts to awaken. The moment your perception begins to change. The moment everything quietly starts to shift. And whether you realize it fully yet or not, your eyes are opening. You may not fully understand it yet, and that's okay. Not everything meant for you is meant to be understood immediately, but even in the middle of uncertainty, one truth remains clear. Your vision is awakening. This is not just physical sight. This is not about what your eyes can normally see. This is something deeper, something spiritual, something that goes beyond the surface of reality. A transformation is quietly taking place within you. Not loudly, not forcefully, but gently and with purpose. You may feel it in subtle ways, a deeper sense of knowing, a quiet shift in how you perceive the world around you. This change is not random, it is intentional. It marks your entry into the final stage of your spiritual journey. A stage where confusion begins to fade and clarity slowly takes its place, where doubt loses its hold and understanding begins to rise. You didn't arrive here by accident. Every moment, every experience, every question has led you to this point. You were guided here, and now your awakening begins. There have been moments, quiet, unexpected moments, when something stirred deep within you. Maybe your eyes filled with tears without a clear reason. Maybe your chest felt heavy, or your heart suddenly softened. You may have questioned it. You may have tried to understand it logically. But that wasn't confusion. That was recognition. Your spirit recognizing something real, something familiar, something it has always known, but is only now remembering. These emotions were not random. They were signals, gentle confirmations that something deeper is unfolding within you. In those moments, you were not breaking, you were opening. Opening to truth, opening to awareness, opening to something greater than what you can see. And even if your mind tried to resist, your soul already understood. Because the soul does not need proof, it responds to truth. Those tears were not weakness. They were alignment, a silent agreement between you and something higher. A moment where heaven touched your awareness, and you felt it, even if only for a second. That feeling was real. There is a sense of urgency surrounding this moment, and you can feel it, even if you cannot fully explain why. Something within you is asking you to stay, to listen, to not move past this too quickly. This is not fear, and it is not pressure. It is importance. What is unfolding right now carries meaning, and your awareness is being gently pulled toward it for a reason. You may have noticed how certain moments in your life feel heavier than others, as if time slows down and everything becomes more focused. This is one of those moments. Your attention is not being captured by chance. It is being guided. Every word, every feeling, every subtle shift you are experiencing is part of something intentional. Your spirit recognizes the weight of this moment, even if your mind is still catching up. That is why you feel this quiet insistence to remain present. Because missing this would not just be skipping a message, it would be overlooking a turning point. Right now, something meaningful is being revealed to you, and the more you stay with it, the clearer it becomes. Take a moment and think back carefully. There have been subtle experiences you couldn't quite explain, moments that felt different, but were easy to dismiss. Perhaps you noticed slight flickers at the edge of your vision, or a soft shimmer that appeared and disappeared without reason. Maybe there were times when your gaze felt unusually focused, or strangely distant, as if you were seeing more than what was physically in front of you. You may have brushed it off, telling yourself it was nothing, just your imagination or tired eyes. But those moments kept returning, didn't they? Quietly, consistently, without explanation. That's because they were never random. They were signs, small, gentle signals that something within you was beginning to change. Your perception was not malfunctioning. It was adjusting, expanding, becoming aware of something deeper than ordinary sight. These experiences were not meant to confuse you, but to prepare you, to slowly guide you toward this realization. Every flicker, every shimmer, every unusual sensation in your vision was part of a process that has been unfolding for longer than you realize. And now, looking back, you can begin to see it was leading you here. Right now, something within you is beginning to activate, and it is happening more deeply than you can see on the surface. Your spiritual sight is slowly coming alive. This is not something dramatic or sudden, but something subtle, steady, and undeniable. You may feel a quiet shift in how you observe the world, as if your awareness is stretching beyond what your physical eyes can capture. It may feel like you are noticing more, sensing more, understanding more, without needing clear explanations. This is the moment where your perception begins to move beyond ordinary sight. Heaven is not distant in this process. It is present, guiding, and gently opening your vision from within. Your eyes are no longer limited to what they once were. A deeper layer of seeing is unfolding, one that allows you to perceive meaning, energy, and truth in a way you could not before. This activation is not forced. It is natural to who you are becoming. And as it continues, you will begin to realize that what you are seeing is not new. It was always there, waiting for your awareness to catch up. As this awakening continues, you may begin to notice something unusual. Reality itself doesn't feel the same anymore. Everything around you may look familiar, unchanged on the surface, yet there is a subtle difference in how it feels. It's as if the world has shifted slightly, even though nothing visible has moved. Colors may seem deeper, moments may feel heavier, and your awareness may linger longer than before. This is not your imagination. It is your perception evolving. You are no longer just seeing what is in front of you. You are beginning to sense what lies beneath it. The ordinary is slowly giving way to something more meaningful. Situations, people, and environments may start to reveal layers you never noticed before. You might feel more sensitive to energy, more aware of presence, more connected to what is happening beyond words. This shift can feel unfamiliar at first, even slightly overwhelming, but it carries clarity within it. What once seemed normal may no longer satisfy your understanding, because your vision is no longer limited. Reality hasn't changed. Your way of seeing it has. And that changes everything. As everything begins to shift within you, a deeper truth starts to rise. This is not something happening by chance. You are not randomly placed in this moment. There is a reason you are experiencing this awakening, and it goes far beyond coincidence. Long before you became aware of it, something within you was already being prepared. Your sensitivity, your awareness, the way you perceive things differently from others, none of it was accidental. It was part of a design. You may have felt out of place at times, as if you saw things others could not understand, or sensed things you couldn't explain. That wasn't confusion. It was difference. And that difference carries purpose. You were chosen to experience this level of deception, not because you are better than others, but because you are ready to see more, to understand more, and to move beyond surface-level awareness. This moment is not random. It is aligned with everything that has led you here. And even if you didn't realize it before, something within you has always known that this day would come. Beneath all the thoughts, questions, and uncertainty, there is something quieter within you that already understands what is happening. It doesn't speak loudly, and it doesn't try to convince you. It simply knows. This inner knowing has been with you longer than you realize. It's the feeling you get when something is true, even without proof. The calm certainty that rises without explanation. Even when your mind tries to analyze or doubt what you are experiencing, this deeper part of you remains steady. It doesn't need evidence, because it recognizes truth the moment it appears. You may have felt it in small ways, when something didn't feel right, or when something felt deeply aligned without any logical reason. That is your inner knowing. And right now, it is becoming stronger. It is guiding you through this shift, helping you move from confusion into clarity. You are not being led blindly, you are being led from within. And as you begin to trust this quiet awareness, you will realize that everything you need to understand this awakening has already been inside you. You are standing at a threshold right now, a quiet but powerful point between what you used to be and what you are becoming. It may not look dramatic from the outside, but within you, something significant is taking place. This is the space between seeing and truly perceiving, between observing and understanding. For a long time, your vision was limited to what could be explained, what could be measured, what could be proven. But now, that limitation is beginning to dissolve. You are stepping into a new level of awareness, where things are not just seen, they are felt, sensed, and understood on a deeper level. This transition may feel unfamiliar, even slightly unsettling, because you are leaving behind what once felt certain. But this is not loss, it is expansion. You are crossing into a state of perception where clarity does not come from the outside, but from within. And once you move through this threshold, you cannot return to the same way of seeing, because what lies ahead is not ordinary vision. It is awakened perception, and it changes everything you thought you knew. There is a quiet attention surrounding you right now, even if you cannot fully see it. It feels subtle, yet meaningful, as if this moment carries more importance than others. This is not fear or pressure. It is presence. Something within you is being noticed, aligned, and gently guided. You may feel a pull to stay, to remain aware, to not rush away from this feeling. That is not random. It is an invitation to be present with what is unfolding inside you. Because right now, something important is happening. And the more you stay, the clearer it becomes. As you remain present, the shift within you begins to deepen. It may feel stronger now, more noticeable than before. Your awareness sharpens, and your perception feels more focused, as if something is moving closer to clarity. You might sense a gentle pressure behind your eyes, or a heightened stillness within your mind. This is not discomfort. It is expansion. The change that once felt distant is now becoming real. Each moment you stay, the transformation grows clearer and more defined. What began as a subtle feeling is now unfolding into something undeniable, guiding you further into this awakened state. As this awareness deepens, you begin to understand the signs you once questioned, the flickers, the subtle shifts, the moments that felt unusual. They were never meaningless. They were guiding you, preparing you, leading you toward this realization. What once felt confusing now begins to make sense. You start to see how every small experience was connected, forming a pattern you couldn't recognize before. Nothing was random. Everything had purpose. And now, as your perception becomes clearer, you no longer feel lost in those moments. Instead, you begin to trust them, knowing they were part of your awakening all along. As you continue to stay present, a new kind of awareness begins to rise within you, almost like a quiet frequency tuning itself through your perception. It is not something you hear with your ears, but something you sense within your being. Your thoughts begin to slow, and a deeper clarity starts to take their place. You may feel more connected, more aware, more aligned than before. This is the moment where your perception begins to resonate with something higher. The more you remain here, the stronger this connection becomes, gently guiding you into a clearer and more awakened state of understanding. This moment carries a quiet sacredness, even if it feels simple on the surface. There is a depth to what you are experiencing that goes beyond ordinary awareness. It may feel like time has slowed slightly, allowing you to notice what truly matters. This is not just another passing moment. It is a point of change. Something within you is being recognized, aligned, and gently transformed. The more you stay present, the more you can feel it. A sense of meaning, a quiet certainty that this matters. Because right now, something important is unfolding within you, and it deserves your full attention. As this awareness deepens, you begin to understand the signs you once questioned, the flickers, the subtle shifts, the moments that felt unusual. They were never meaningless. They were guiding you, preparing you, leading you toward this realization. What once felt confusing now begins to make sense. You start to see how every small experience was connected, forming a pattern you couldn't recognize before. Nothing was random. Everything had purpose. And now, as your perception becomes clearer, you no longer feel lost in those moments. Instead, you begin to trust them, knowing they were part of your awakening all along. As you continue to stay present, a new kind of awareness begins to rise within you, almost like a quiet frequency tuning itself through your perception. It is not something you hear with your ears, but something you sense within your being. Your thoughts begin to slow, and a deeper clarity starts to take their place. You may feel more connected, more aware, more aligned than before. This is the moment where your perception begins to resonate with something higher. The more you remain here, the stronger this connection becomes, gently guiding you into a clearer and more awakened state of understanding. This moment carries a quiet sacredness, even if it feels simple on the surface. There is a depth to what you are experiencing that goes beyond ordinary awareness. It may feel like time has slowed slightly, allowing you to notice what truly matters. This is not just another passing moment. It is a point of change. Something within you is being recognized, aligned, and gently transformed. The more you stay present, the more you can feel it. A sense of meaning, a quiet certainty that this matters. Because right now, something important is unfolding within you, and it deserves your full attention. As these limitations fade, your awareness begins to sharpen in a way you have never experienced before. Things that once went unnoticed now stand out clearly. You become more sensitive to details, to emotions, to the subtle energy present in people and environments. It feels as if your mind is quieter, yet your understanding is stronger. You don't have to think as much to know what something means. You simply feel it. This is your perception becoming more precise. Your intuition begins to guide you effortlessly, helping you recognize truth without confusion. Situations that once felt overwhelming now appear more defined and easier to understand. You start to trust your own awareness instead of questioning it. This sharpening is not about seeing more. It is about seeing clearly. And as this clarity grows, you begin to move through the world with a deeper sense of confidence, knowing that what you perceive carries meaning and truth. This is the moment where everything begins to shift in a more noticeable way. The turning point you were slowly being led toward. Up until now, much of this journey may have felt subtle, even uncertain at times. But here, something becomes clearer. You begin to realize that what you are experiencing is not temporary. It is not something that will fade away. It is becoming part of you. There is a quiet decision happening within you, not forced, but natural. A choice to trust what you are sensing, to stop resisting, and to move forward with this awareness. This is where doubt begins to lose its hold. You no longer feel the need to question every experience or explain everything logically. Instead, you start to accept what is unfolding This turning point is not loud or dramatic, but it is powerful, because from here, your perception no longer moves backward. It continues to expand, guiding you into a clearer and more awakened way of seeing. As you move through this turning point, a quiet sense of confirmation begins to rise within you. It is not something spoken aloud, yet it feels certain and real. You no longer need external proof to validate what you are experiencing, because something inside you is already in agreement. This is your inner confirmation. It shows up as a calm assurance, a steady feeling that what is happening is right, even if you cannot fully explain it. You may notice that the urge to doubt begins to fade, replaced by a quiet trust in your own perception. This trust does not come from logic. It comes from alignment. Your mind may still ask questions, but your deeper awareness remains steady. And the more you listen to this inner confirmation, the stronger it becomes. It guides you gently, helping you stay connected to this awakening, reminding you that you are exactly where you need to be. As this inner confirmation strengthens, you begin to feel a deeper alignment forming within you. It is as if everything inside you is slowly coming into balance. Your thoughts, your awareness, and your perception start to move in the same direction, guided by a quiet sense of truth. You may notice that confusion begins to fade, and things feel more clear without needing constant analysis. This is alignment. You are no longer pulling in different directions. You are centered. What you sense, what you feel, and what you understand begin to match. This creates a calm clarity that replaces doubt and hesitation. You start to trust your perception more naturally, without forcing it. This alignment is not something you create. It is something you allow. And as it settles within you, you begin to move through your experiences with greater confidence, knowing that what you perceive is not random, but connected to something real and meaningful. As this alignment deepens, it may feel as if something hidden within you is beginning to unfold, like a scroll slowly opening, revealing what was always meant to be seen. This is your awakening becoming clearer. You may not see it physically, but you can sense it within your awareness, as if layers of understanding are gently being revealed, one by one. Each moment you stay present, more clarity emerges. What once felt distant or unclear now begins to take shape in a quiet, natural way. This unfolding is not rushed. It happens at the pace your awareness is ready to receive. There is no pressure, only progression. You begin to realize that nothing is being given to you from the outside. It is being revealed from within. This scroll has always been a part of you. And now, for the first time, you are truly beginning to read it. As this unfolding continues, confusion begins to fade, and clarity takes its place. What once felt uncertain now feels more understandable, even without clear explanations. You may notice that your thoughts become calmer, and your perception feels more steady. Situations that once overwhelmed you now appear simpler and more defined. This shift is not forced. It happens naturally as your awareness grows. You no longer feel lost in what you experience, because a quiet understanding begins to guide you. Step by step, your vision moves from confusion into clarity, allowing you to see things as they truly are. As this clarity grows, you begin to realize that nothing you experienced before was meaningless. Every moment, every question, every unexplained feeling was part of a quiet preparation. Even the times you felt confused or uncertain were guiding you toward this point. You were being shaped, step by step, for this awareness. What once seemed random now reveals its purpose. You can look back and see how everything connected, how each experience led you here. Nothing was wasted. Everything had meaning. And now you understand that this awakening was not sudden. It has been unfolding within you all along. As everything comes together, you begin to feel a deeper sense of completion within this phase of your journey. This is not the end, but it is a powerful beginning. A moment where your awareness fully steps into what it has been preparing for. You are no longer searching in the same way, no longer questioning every experience. Instead, you begin to accept what is unfolding with a quiet confidence. This is your awakening becoming real, not just a feeling, but a lived understanding. You are stepping into a new way of seeing, where clarity, awareness, and truth guide you forward naturally. As your awareness settles into this new state, a deeper truth begins to reveal itself. You are not just seeing things, you are seeing through them. What once appeared simple now carries layers of meaning. You begin to notice what lies beneath the surface, beyond appearances and assumptions. This understanding does not come from effort, but from clarity. You no longer rely only on what is visible. You sense what is real. Illusions lose their strength, and truth becomes easier to recognize. This is the depth of your awakening, where perception moves beyond sight and into true understanding. As this depth continues to unfold, your awareness begins to extend beyond the physical world. You start to sense that reality is not limited to what can be seen or touched. There is more, something subtle yet present. You may feel a deeper connection to moments, to people, to the space around you. It is as if your perception is reaching into a layer that was always there, but never fully noticed. This is not confusion. It is expansion. Your awareness is growing beyond surface-level understanding, allowing you to experience reality in a more complete and connected way. As this awareness becomes more natural, you begin to see that you were never unprepared for this moment. Even in times when everything felt ordinary, something within you was quietly being shaped. The small shifts, the subtle feelings, the moments you couldn't explain, they were all part of your preparation. Nothing happened without purpose. Every experience helped build your awareness, even when you didn't realize it at the time. Now, looking back, it becomes clear that you were being guided step by step. This awakening didn't suddenly appear. It was carefully unfolding within you all along. As everything becomes clearer, you begin to sense that this awakening is connected to something deeper, your purpose. You were not meant to move through life only seeing what is on the surface. There is a reason your perception feels different, a reason you notice things others may overlook. This awareness carries meaning. It allows you to understand situations more deeply, to recognize truth, and to move with clarity. Your purpose is not something far away. It is unfolding within you right now. And the more you trust what you perceive, the more clearly that purpose begins to reveal itself. As you continue forward, it may feel as though something unseen is gently lifting from your perception. What once felt unclear or hidden begins to reveal itself with more ease. It is like a thin layer that once softened. Your view is slowly being removed, allowing you to see with greater clarity. This shift is quiet but powerful. You begin to notice details you once overlooked, and understanding comes more naturally. Nothing is being forced. Everything is simply becoming visible. This is the moment where your perception opens fully, and you begin to see what was always there, waiting to be recognized. As this moment reaches its peak, you can feel something building within you. Steady, powerful, and undeniable. It is as if everything you have experienced is leading to this exact point. Your awareness feels heightened, your perception clearer, and your understanding deeper than before. There is a quiet anticipation, a sense that something meaningful is about to fully reveal itself. You may not know exactly what it is yet, but you can feel its presence. This is the culmination of your journey so far, where everything begins to align and the truth you've been sensing finally comes into focus. In this moment, allow yourself to accept what is unfolding within you. You are not lost, and you are not mistaken in what you feel. Everything you have experienced has meaning, and it has brought you here for a reason. You are steady, aware, and present within this transformation. There is no need to doubt or resist anymore. You can simply allow this clarity to settle within you. This is your affirmation: quiet, strong, and real. You are moving forward with awareness, with understanding, and with a deeper connection to what you are beginning to see. As you reach this point, take a moment to pause and feel the calm that has settled within you. Something has shifted, even if it is quiet and subtle. You are not the same as when you began. Your awareness is deeper, your perception clearer, and your understanding more grounded. Carry this feeling with you as you move forward. Let it guide how you see, how you respond, and how you trust yourself. This is not the end of something. It is the beginning of a new way of experiencing reality, with clarity, presence, and a deeper sense of connection. Now, allow yourself to gently settle into this moment. There is no need to rush forward, and no need to force anything more to happen. Just breathe, slowly, naturally, and let everything you have felt, heard, and understood begin to settle within you. You don't have to figure it all out right now. You don't have to explain it. Simply allow it to be. Feel the calm that is present within you. It may be soft, almost unnoticeable at first, but it is there. This calm is not something temporary or fleeting. It is something you can return to whenever you need clarity, whenever you feel uncertain, or whenever the world around you feels overwhelming. It is a quiet place within you that remains steady, no matter what is happening outside. Carry this awareness with you as you move forward. Let it guide how you see, how you respond, and how you understand your experiences. You may begin to notice small changes, moments where you feel more present, more aware, more connected than before. These changes will not always be dramatic, but they will be real. There is no pressure to hold on to this perfectly. Just trust that what has begun within you will continue to unfold in its own time. Step by step, moment by moment, your perception will keep evolving. And as it does, you will slowly realize that something fundamental has shifted within you. You are no longer seeing in the same way. Your awareness has deepened. Your perception has opened. And in this quiet, steady way, your vision has truly awakened. As you move beyond this moment, understand that this awakening does not end here. It continues to unfold within you, quietly and naturally, in your everyday life. You don't need to chase it or force it to grow. What has been activated will develop on its own, in the right time and in the right way. The more you remain aware, the more you will begin to notice subtle changes in how you think, how you feel, and how you see the world around you. Situations that once confused you will begin to make sense. Decisions that once felt difficult will become clearer. You will find yourself responding with more calm, more understanding, and more confidence. There may still be moments of doubt, and that is natural. But now, those moments will not control you the way they once did. You will recognize them, observe them, and move through them without losing your clarity. This is part of the integration, learning to carry this awareness into every part of your life. Your awakening is not separate from your daily experience. It becomes part of how you live, how you interact, and how you understand yourself and others. Trust that what has begun within you is steady and real. You are not going backward, even when things feel quiet or ordinary again. Something within you has already shifted, and that shift will continue to guide you. You don't need all the answers right now. You only need to stay present, to stay aware, and to trust the process as it continues to unfold within you, one moment at a time.